Today we are going to be talking about creating balance in the pelvis, and I'm going to be giving you actually a technique to help you correct this at home. So all you're going to need for today is just you. If you have a yoga block or a foam roller, you might want to grab that as well, as we'll be using that towards the end of the technique. So we're going to go ahead and lie down on the floor, and I'm going to bring you down to my level. Okay, when I do this technique, I'm going to be breaking this down into different parts. And so we're going to do the first part first. And when we have a rotation, majority of individuals coming into the clinic on their right side, they are going to be rolled forward. It's just a pattern that we typically see with people, and then in relation their left side is going to be rolled back. So on that, we're going to correct that imbalance today. And then at the end, I'm just going to kind of make a recommendation for you guys, for those of you that don't know which way you are rotated. But again, majority of people are rolled forward on that right side. So what we're going to want to be doing is, now when I do this video, you guys, it possibly might be inverted. And so I'm going to encourage you to follow what I'm saying rather than what you may see in the image. So when we are rotated forward on that right side, what we want to utilize as a contraction and get that hamstring to be firing to bring that pelvis back into alignment. So we're going to be utilizing that right hamstring to contract. So how we get that is we're going to straighten that left leg out with a slight bend. Now you can either have your foot flat on the ground, or if you're more comfortable, you can just have your heel in the ground. I'm more comfortable flat, so that's what I'm going to do. We're going to place the right foot on top of the knee. Now try not to get on that kneecap, but you want to get right above it. And what we want to do is come on that leg that is on top, come behind and just touch that hamstring. This is the muscle that we're going to want to be contracting to get that pelvis to pull and roll backward. So what I want you to do is very gently with that right foot, you are going to be pressing and pushing down. Now as you do this, I want you to slowly press into it, maybe to about a 25 to 50% overall contraction. This isn't quick, it's not fast, it's slow, because I want you to get a really quality hamstring contraction. Now, for some of you, we're going to play with different foot positions to see where you can get this hamstring to fire best. This is probably the hardest part for people to get, so that's why I break this down into parts. So I want you just very gently to start to press that foot into the knee. So this is our push. We should be feeling that hamstring contracting. If you're not, or you're feeling a struggle, maybe bring the heel on the top of the knee and now press down and see if you feel a better contraction. We shouldn't feel as much in the front, we should feel it more in the back. So for me, I get a better contraction with the middle part of my foot. And so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and press again, feel that hamstring contracting. Good. So this is part one. So this is correcting the right side that's rolling forward. Now the side that then in relation is rolling back, which is typically the left side, we're going to want to be tightening our quads and hip flexors. So what we do is, so ignore this right leg, and we are going to now pull on the left leg. And so all I want you to do is to pull that knee into your right foot. You should be feeling a contraction in the front of this thigh. Again, this is slow, it's controlled. Slowly let go of it. Again, this is the side that usually is easier for people, so we're pulling that left foot up into our right foot. Good. So now we have the two components. Now let's put them together. So what we're going to do is create what we call a push-pull. And so now what I want you to do is, and I encourage you to do this on your exhale. so that you aren't holding your breath during this contraction. So go ahead and inhale, and then as you exhale, give me a light push and meet it with a pull. We're going to hold for 5 seconds, slowly relax, and we're going to do this 3 to 5 times. So again, inhale, on your exhale, give me a light push, meet it with a pull, keep a consistent contraction together for 5 seconds, and then slowly relax. And let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, on your exhale, slight push, meet it with your pull of your left. Again, you should be feeling right hamstring, left quad hip flexor, slowly relax. One more time, inhale, on your exhale, push with the right, meet it with a pull with the left, I'm sorry. Good, and slowly relax. Now, like I said, majority of people, this is the correction that they want to do. If you haven't been to a therapist, you don't know which way you're rotated, what I encourage you to do is to do this side 5 repetitions, switch, do the same exact technique but on the opposite side, maybe for 3 to 4 repetitions, and then come back and do the same side we just did for another 5 repetitions. So we're switching off. Now at the end, we want to do what's called a squeeze. So this technique is called push-pull-squeeze. So we did our first technique, which is the push-pull. Now we're going to grab our foam roller, a yoga block, a volleyball, something in that regards, and we're going to place it between our knees. Now the most important thing when we're doing this technique is that we aren't staggered. Our feet are even, knees about hip width apart, and what we want to do is we want to utilize those inner thigh muscles to give a contraction that if there is a misalignment at the pubic bone, this will help that. And so all we want to do is squeeze that foam roller, so you're squeezing together, nice even contraction, holding for 5 seconds, and then slowly relax. And again, I'm going to encourage you to do this on an exhale. Now on this next one, I want you to feel and just be aware of the quality of what's happening at your inner thighs. Are they squeezing equally? So inhale, exhale, give me a squeeze. Again, this is maybe a moderate squeeze. You shouldn't be feeling your glutes lifting. You shouldn't be feeling a lot of activation in your core. This is really isolating on those inner thighs. And slowly relax. If you are struggling with one side, it just doesn't feel as strong as the other. Let's say it's your right side. What I'm going to encourage that you do is engage in with the right first, and then meet it with the left, squeezing consistently at the end for 5 seconds, slowly relaxing. Inhale, exhale. If you have a weaker side, engage that first, then match it with the other side. Getting to a moderate contraction, holding for 5 seconds, and then slowly relaxing. So you're doing this for 5 seconds, 5 repetitions. So what I really encourage for you guys, again, majority of people, they are rolled forward on that right side. So what we want to do is to correct that right rotation and do the technique that we did initially. If you don't know which way you're rotated, add that other part, add that other piece in. So do the right push with the left pull, and then reverse it. Do the left push with the right pull, reverse it again, right push, left pull. Both are holding for 5 seconds, doing about 5 repetitions, and then always ending with the inner thigh squeeze with the